So how many sea turtles do you have here at the Marine Science Center?
Right now we have over 30 sea turtles in the facility. And in our ICU that we're walking into right now, we have 21 sea turtles in this area. This is an especially acute case. This is Akasha, and Akasha is a loggerhead sea turtle that's had a terrible boat strike where the propeller of the boat struck her in the skull and split the skull and also broke her jaw in 2 places.
Oh my gosh.
It caused such a severe impact that we were afraid that the turtle was just not going to live. But they're so tenacious. And we have some wonderful medical people here at the Marine Science Center that they have done a marvel with this one. We have a vet who works with us, and the vet was able to actually insert a tube into the sea turtle's stomach.
Oh, that's
and
what that
then
is.
strap it onto the back.
Okay.
And so now, see, normally we would take a turtle like this and we would have to force feed it. But because there was so much damage to the jaw and to the skull, that was just not possible.
Wow.
But this feeding tube has allowed us to be able to go in, to safely feed the turtle, and the turtle is actually responding very well. So despite these incredibly severe injuries, Akasha is
She's
doing
persevered.
well.
Wow.
She is.
That's great news. So who do we have here?
Well, this sea turtle actually is unnamed. It's one of the ones that has just come in, and it's one of the ones that is cold stunned. So the last one that we were looking at, Akasha, was a loggerhead sea turtle.
To the surface.
Yes, she just came up and took a breath. This is a green sea turtle, but one of our really large ones. And so we've had a number of 100 to 200 pound green sea turtles that came in just recently.
And why are the numbers on her shell?
That was a numbering system. Because we were getting so many sea turtles so quickly, we had to find a way of keeping their identity straight, so we would be able to keep track of their weights, what medicines they'd been given, and make sure that the staff could identify which one had been given proper medications, proper food, and could kind of go through an orderly way of making sure that each one of them got what they needed.
So after a while, the names are just, you have too many for names, so we just got to do numbers.
Or it happened so quickly that there wasn't even time to deal with names. We will name the ones that are with us for a very long time. But when we have a special event like this one, there's no time for naming. And we just are in kind of more of a crisis mode.
Yeah, get them help.
You can also see that this is a green sea turtle, and green sea turtles are vegetarian, so
so she's got
sea
her
turtle
veggies in there.
gets mostly veggies. There are a few fish in here for it in case she'll eat them, but by and large they really enjoy some romaine lettuce.
So this is Rob, right? And
correct.
He's really special because he's your only Kemp's Ridley.
Right. It's very seldom that we get a Kemp's Ridley sea turtle in here. They nest really off the coast of Mexico. So to find one of this very rare type of turtle all the way on the Atlantic coast of Florida is a very rare event. We get an occasional one that actually nests here, but that's very unusual. So it's quite an event for us to get a Kemp's Ridley sea turtle in.
So why is he here?
This one came in with an upper respiratory problem. So it's kind of like having pneumonia.
He'll get better soon? He's on his way to recovery.
He is definitely recovering. He's able to eat on his own, and we are hopeful that in the next few months he's going to be able to be released.
Great.
You were asking about human impacts, and of course one of the impacts of humans on the sea turtles is the disruption of their nesting issues.
That's a big issue.
It is. Now, sea turtles obviously breathe air, and they have to come ashore to lay their eggs. So the loss of habitat on shorelines has been a huge factor in the decline of sea turtle numbers.
Now, is that just in Florida alone, or are you seeing that all along? It is. It's a global problem. Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me what kind of things are a danger to sea turtles?
We have in this display case a number of actual specimens from events that have happened here. This small little bit of fishing line was actually enough monofilament fishing line to kill a sea turtle.
Oh my gosh.
Because it wraps around some of the internal organs.
It's such a little amount though. I would be amazed it could actually take down an entire sea turtle.
Exactly. And this is the, when we talked about an intestinal impaction, this is the crushed up crab shells of a real intestinal impaction. And they can lead to the death or at least the serious injury of a turtle. This package of plastic bag parts,
it's all plastic?
that is the classic plastic bag parts that you see
oh, yeah,
at every store
bags,
now.
Yeah.
Well, those plastic bags wash out to sea, and then they actually look like a jellyfish. They kind of pulsate in the water while they're floating in the water.
Right.
And sea turtles like to eat jellyfish. And so sea turtles will eat these plastic bags. This was enough plastic to actually did kill a sea turtle.
Wow.
Sometimes it's crab trap rope. And this is the actual crab trap rope that was wrapped around this big loggerhead sea turtle. Her name was Thelma. And in this case, the crab trap rope wrapped around Thelma's neck and around one flipper. And unfortunately, it tremendously damaged one flipper. We did get it off in time to cause this sea turtle to survive, which was great. One of our success stories. Another great success story we had was a huge fish hook.
That is really big.
This is a very large fish hook that was embedded in the throat of a 270-pound loggerhead.
Wow.
And here's the x-ray that shows that fish hook in place. And we were able actually to extract it, and we were able to release this sea turtle in just a matter of about 3 or 4 days. So sometimes things happen
it turns out
very
like
quickly.
A positive way,
Right, it's very positive, but also quick. Other times, like with an intestinal impaction or some of the other issues that we see, it may be many months before an animal's well enough to be released.
I just can't believe how small the amount of trash is. Usually I would think of many plastic bags or so much rope or fishing line, but it's really not even that much.
It doesn't take that much on an individual basis to kill an individual turtle. Get that plastic and it gets in their intestinal tract, in their stomach, it can really cause some damage.